Starting the broadcast on YouTube, and 3, 2, 1, make rocket go now. We are live across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. This is Brendan, and you're tuned in for some more live gaming, metaphysical discussion, and tarot readings here tonight. For those of you who may be joining in, so thank you so much, everyone. Welcome, everyone. And give me a few seconds here as I just set things up to be able to get things all properly configured. For those of you tuning in on Facebook, please feel free to jump over to the YouTube link at youtube.com/skullbabylon. I'm gonna be chilling out. It's a Sunday evening. Wishing everyone an amazing evening here. Maybe you've had a pretty busy weekend, such as myself. And yeah, this is just an opportunity for us to be able to just like hang out together. And of course, we'll be playing some Super Metroid tonight. For those of you who tuned in last time, you would have seen this. So, join YouTube. So, welcome everyone again. I'll give some shout outs to those of you joining in on the chat. And again, for those of you who are tuning in on Instagram, one sec. For those of you who are tuning in on Instagram, go to my Instagram story and swipe up, and that's where you will be able to see the YouTube broadcast. Aloha to Sifu, Esoteric Witch, and Hokup Hipaka from Hawaii. Thank you so much for joining in. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, then go ahead and smash that like button. If you're watching this on Facebook, go ahead and share it. If you're looking for a tarot reading, then the tarot readings are available for anybody who would like to be able to sign up for the Patreon during the broadcast. If you're already signed up for the Patreon, you can always increase your pledge, even just by like $1 or $2, if that's cool with what works with you. And that would be able to give a reading for yourself and for the team. And give me 2 seconds here, as again, I'm going to set things up. But yeah, I'm pretty much in a pretty chill mode right now. So I'm going to be focusing on playing some video games, answering any sort of metaphysical questions that we might have, and doing tarot readings for anybody who would like a tarot reading, and keeping an eye open for the Patreon signups as they come in. So with that said, give me 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna share the broadcast feed just on a couple places on Facebook. If you guys can hear me on Facebook, let me know. Drop an 1111 in the chat or on any platform. And thank you again for tuning in. Apologies on the slight delay on the start time. Yeah, sounds like it's going through okay. So aloha, yo, Tasty Placebo, Jose, welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. If you guys are here again, just drop a quick 1111 in the chat to confirm that you can hear me okay. And in the next moment, I'm going to be setting things up for the broadcast for the gaming side of things. So yeah, so I mean, again, doing the broadcast tonight, this is just a cool opportunity for us to be able to chill out. Again, it's been a very, very busy and successful week. I'll tell you a little bit about what I was up to this weekend. And in terms of like all the shifty adventures that happen on a regular basis for me. And yeah, like I said, we'll be playing some video games. And if you guys do have like any like metaphysical questions or just like any metaphysical discussion topics, go ahead, please feel free to let me know. And and again, use this as a chance to just kind of like chat with each other in the chat too. Hey Christine, thanks so much for joining in. It's great to see some of our Patreon supporters already tuned in and synced up. And again, give me 2 seconds here. If anybody wants to share this on any groups or anything like that, please feel free to do that. I'm only sharing it in like one group because I just want to like make sure that we're not getting banned from posting in groups again. For those of you tuning in on, hey Sifu Boggy, if you're still there. For those of you tuning in on Instagram, go ahead and swipe up on my Instagram story to be able to join in on the YouTube. And again, go ahead and just let me know. Let me know you're here. Thank you for joining. And yo, Troy, thanks so much for joining in. We're broadcasting across a couple networks right now, so we just have to let people know who are tuning in on Instagram how to be able to tune in on YouTube. But for those of you who are here on Twitch, you guys are already here. You guys are already all set up, so no worries there. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to switch things over here, pull up the audio, and we're going to get into playing some Super Metroid. So I'm just going to make sure you guys should be able to hear the audio. So I'm just going to double check that. And yeah, Super Metroid is one of my all-time classic favorite games. If you're familiar with this game, go ahead and let me know in the chat. And I'll do my best to keep an eye on all the broadcast links. So, hey, Abby, thanks for joining in. So again, for anybody who would like a tarot reading, the tarot readings are available for people who want to sign up for the Patreon during the broadcast. So pretty much I'll be gaming, but as soon as somebody signs up for the Patreon who wants a reading, then we'll switch over and we'll do a reading. So yeah, it's kind of like multiple things here. And Troy, yeah, we're broadcasting on YouTube and on Facebook, so we got multiple people tuned in on multiple platforms. But yeah, happy to be able to have people tuned in on Twitch as well. So awesome, sweet. Thanks, Troy, for tuning in. And let me just make sure. I just want to make sure the audio is like too loud here. Okay, there we go. Should be okay. All right. Over here in master control room. All right. Okay, let's see. Alright. Okay, I'll make sure the audio from the game isn't too loud, but hopefully you guys can hear it. So, sweet. So, again, for anybody who would be looking for a reading, a tarot reading, go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. It only takes about 3 minutes to be able to sign up. And once you're signed up there, then I'll be able to confirm that, and then we can do a tarot reading for you. And, cool. And yeah, and in the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the chats to the best of my ability. And yeah, so Abby, so again, when you sign up for the Patreon, again, that's a monthly micro donation to be able to sign up for the Patreon. Or if somebody's already a Patreon supporter, they can always increase their pledge, even just by like a couple dollars. And the other cool thing is that when people sign up for the Patreon, they also get the option to be able to get an additional Light Guardian Crystal for a simple pay what you wish. So like normally these are available through the store as pay what you wish between like 35, 65, or if it's a Lumerian one, it's more than that. But again, if you sign up for the Patreon, then you can sign up for the Patreon, you can get a Light Guardian Crystal for an additional pay what you wish at any amount. So you could sign up for the Patreon at $5, and then you could get a Light Guardian Crystal at like $10 or $1. It all just helps pay with shipping, and again, that's with the intention of the person continuing to contribute. So again, the intention here is by us, like sometimes when we do these broadcasts, it's like purely narrowed in on the tarot. Tonight, since it's a Sunday evening, I'm just kind of chilling out, but if anybody wants a reading, then go ahead and sign up onto the tarot, or sorry, sign up onto the Patreon, and then from there we will do a reading for you. So awesome, sweet. And I was going to talk to you, I'm just checking the audio. Sweet. And Tasty Placebo, aka Marley, thanks for joining back in. Marley is one of our recent Patreon people who signed up. Yo, people tuning in on Instagram, go ahead and swipe up on my Instagram story. We're live on YouTube right now, so you can see there the proper broadcast. But yeah, when over the weekend, so this is what I wanted to be able to actually to tell you. Over the weekend, I was actually asked to do tarot at a party, and while I was at the party, yeah, we did some awesome readings. Like I think I probably did like, geez, like I don't know, probably between like 8 and 10 readings, I would say. But yeah, it was just like really fun. And when we do them like one-on-one like that, like they get pretty in depth, they get pretty personal. And yeah, the people were just like, yo, this is super valuable, this is like exactly what I need to be able to hear. And again, I just kind of like help hold space. And when I'm doing the tarot, you know, I keep it pretty simple. I tell people like, okay, when we're doing this isn't necessarily a fortune telling. The way how this works is basically this is an opportunity for you to be able to receive a message from the universe, and I'm a conduit, and then together we hold space for that. And then essentially, again, with that intention of just, again, we have that intention of like aligning with our heart center and show me what I need to see. And then from there, again, from there, we basically just kind of like move through it, pull the card, go a little bit further. And yeah, and every single one that I did, people were all just like, yo, this was like super awesome. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much. And yeah, it was really fun. So, and that was really cool. And people were also like, I was giving out shift buttons for when people signed up, or sorry, for when people did the tarot. And there was like a lineup too. Like there were times where there was like a lineup of like at least like 3 or 4 people who were waiting for a tarot. So again, so if anybody wants a tarot, go ahead and let me know, and I'll keep an eye open for that. And in the meantime, yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of playing some Super Metroid, and this game is super amazing. And this game is like one of the original adventure kind of leveling up games. You guys would have seen me actually on Friday playing this. And when I was playing this, I didn't save it properly, so I actually have to restart right now, but it's only like a little bit in. But yeah, my plan is to like pretty much, I'm gonna like live stream me playing this whole thing over the course of however long. And then again, it'll be a mix between like doing broadcasts like this and then doing other broadcasts that are just like pure tarot style. And at the same time, like, this is also a chance for us to just kind of like hang out and have a metaphysical discussion. So if you have any metaphysical questions, then go ahead and let me know. And let me know if the volume's okay. Brendan. Yeah, okay, so Brendan, yeah, that's true. You updated that's right. I still do owe you a reading for that. Do you want a private reading? Like, would you prefer a private reading? Like, if that's the case, like, we could do a private reading, and like that could be like something that we can do like another time, even if you want to like save it. Like, if you feel like you like want it right now, let me know. But otherwise we can always do a private reading if you want. Because yeah, Brendan, you're right. Like, you signed up for that one, and then I was like, that was like when I was just like super tired. And then I was like, oh, sorry guys. So let me know, Brendan. You can decide if we want to do a reading, then we can do that. And again, like, I'm down for whatever. I don't think I'll be broadcasting too late tonight. And if there is anybody else who would like a reading, then just let me know. And again, even if there's like a bit of a lineup and stuff like that. And again, thanks for tuning in, Brendan. Brendan is Next Lifetime on the YouTube chat, and one of the recent signups. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, save it. That's a good idea. So like, save it for like when you feel like, okay, like now would be a good time, right? Like, that's the thing. Honestly, that's the thing with tarot. Like, I think with tarot, like, if you were to do tarot every single day, it kind of, like, I don't say that it's not to say that that's like the wrong way to do it, because it all depends on how someone's doing it. But for myself, I know that like when I do tarot, and if I like space it out, if I haven't done tarot like for myself in maybe like, you know, like a couple months, and then I like do a reading, I find it to be like even more potent, you know? It's just like, whoa, that was like super accurate or super bang on. And so again, like, I think being able to like space them out is definitely useful. So yeah, Brendan, I can definitely, that's a good idea. Let's save that one for a rainy day. That sounds good. Cool. And yeah, and again, and maybe it is like, even if you did want to do a private one, then that's totally cool. And yeah, and for anybody here who wants a private reading, again, that's, if you sign up onto the Patreon, you can do that. So who else here is familiar with Super Metroid? Just curious. And again, if you guys have like any particular metaphysical topics you want to be able to chat about, please feel free to let me know. And over the weekend, the other things I was going to share was the fact that yeah, I got to meet Lewis Dyer, and he's a super cool visionary artist. And yeah, it was really cool because like he actually like recently got married, and then him and his wife, his partner, they like drove from where they were to like come hang out with me, which was like super humbling and stuff like that. So we like went out for dinner. I took him around town and stuff, and that was really cool. So wow. Yo, Marley, that's pretty intense, man. Marley was just saying, after my reading Friday, I smoked DMT while walking the shore of the Pacific, watching the sunset. That must have been super potent, Marley. If there's anything more you want to share on that, please feel free. Absolutely, this is a space where, you know, I'm more than happy to be able to hold that kind of, you know, the wisdom and the inspiration that comes through with that. Like, if you guys are interested, I can talk a little bit about even just a little bit about like my experience with DMT, which is, again, and the only reason I mention this, with Marley mentioning this, is that like my first experience with DMT was during a sunrise in Vancouver, and that was like super potent. And I've only done DMT twice, but the second time it wasn't really like, it didn't really have quite the same effect. It just like, I didn't really get like a huge hit quite in the same way. There was like a group of us, but the first time I did it was like super amazing. Perfect. But yeah, no, it's really cool just to kind of, like, for those of you who saw my recent video where I was like interviewing students, right? Like, more and more people are just starting to like become familiar with DMT, and I hope DMT, along with like mushrooms, will be one of those things where we'll start doing more clinical studies on it. Marley says, aka Taste of Placebo, it was a mild dose. My first time doing it outdoors with eyes open outdoors. I've done DMT maybe 24 times. Wow, that's intense, man. Yeah, it's definitely a very sacred thing. Alright, thank you again to everybody joining in. Reminder, for anybody who would like a reading, all you have to do is sign up for the Patreon. That's totally cool either way if you're just here to chill out, and we'll just like talk about metaphysics and stuff like that, reality. If anybody has like any like questions for the chat, for the team, please feel free to let me know. And I'm gonna just be hanging out here, and yeah, also on the weekend, if you guys didn't see this yet, I posted up a video of a presentation I went to that was for all about like lucid dreaming, dream yoga it is called. So I'm pretty excited to dream tonight. That's like always like something that I'm super excited to be able to talk about. And they also had some like cool mantras that were brought up during the lecture. Now I've already heard these before because I've gone to like other lectures, but it was good just to be able to have the reminder of that. And one of the mantras was E-hip-toe. And so for anybody here who wants to be able to like get more out of like lucid dreaming, use the mantra it's A-hip-toe. So you go A-hip-toe. And A-hip-toe is like dynamite for the it's like what dynamite for the miner is for what it is to the dreamer type thing. Meaning it kind of like helps open things up. Skull, if you want to join in on... Whoa, man. Ah! Oh, no. Oh, no. This guy's kicking my butt, man. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no. Totally got my butt kicked. That's weird. I don't usually die in this game. So that's what happens when you're not fully present. This whole game's one big meditation. It's alright. I'm not that far back. Alright. The game is a little loud. Alright. Thanks for letting me know. I will pull it down. Yeah, I think it was probably just because of the music right there. That's fine. Alright. Hey, Lewis, thanks for joining in. For anybody on Facebook. I don't think there's anybody on Facebook anymore. Awesome. Yo, NYC Sync, thanks for joining in. Yeah, again, like, metaphysics and Metroid, man. Like, I feel like that's just what we should probably be calling the stream. So, Christine says, I microdosed mushroom for 8 months and it changed my life. What's the difference between shrooms and DMT? Never done DMT. That's a great question, and if anybody else here wants to practice answering that, absolutely, please feel free. I would say, sorry, did I miss some questions already up here a little bit earlier? Yeah, okay, Brendan was asking, how did I get into spirituality? Real quick answer on that is, like, I've always just kind of been curious, you know? I think curiosity is what eventually got me into spirituality, because, you know, it just, like, it even just kind of started off with, like, being interested in things like Buddhism and things like that, or just like, you know, even kind of like, just like, even like kind of, yeah, Eastern mysticism and like martial arts and things like that, or even just like Jedi stuff. It came from a few different angles, but it ultimately came from just curiosity, direct experience, learning about dreams, lucid dreaming, movies, things like that, you know, watching movies like Waking Life when I was younger, that definitely helped. going into bookstores in Vancouver and like finding books about like aliens and parapsychology and stuff. That was really exciting. Okay, I'm just gonna move my chat here so I can see the chat properly. Sweet. Okay, there. Now I can see it better. Sweet. how is the volume there, guys? Again, let me know if the volume's at any point too loud. And Christine, high dose mushrooms, 5 grams, similar to DMT, and DMT is much shorter acting and aren't normally intoxicated. Yeah, reminder for anybody here, if you're really interested, I have my 3-hour-long video of my 5-gram mushroom trip on my YouTube, exclusively for my Patreon supporters. So if that's like something you're interested in, then be sure to check that out. Okay, I'm gonna beat this guy this time. Oh man. Oh jeez. No, why aren't I jumping over him properly? Okay, there. Okay, I gotta get these. Okay, there, that's what I need. Alright, now I got this. 1 second, I can't look at the chat and fight this boss at the same time. Oh no! Oh no! I need some nukes. Give me your nukes. Oh man. This guy is kicking my butt. Okay, yes, give me those. Give me those. There we go. Oh man, my jumps are not flowing today. There we go. Okay, there. Whew. Success. Alright. Dude, I know. You know what? Like, okay, so there's a video that I have on here from a while back of me playing Metroid. But what I actually did one time while playing Metroid is that like I intentionally basically like got as few items as possible. And that was like my strategy to like basically manually increase the difficulty by like going through with like minimal tanks, minimal, like pretty much minimal missiles, and as much like as little as I could. And then basically from there, just increasing the difficulty. So like, oh man, the ghost ship boss was so hard. Like I beat that with, I think it was like with 2 tanks or 2 or 3 tanks. That's it. And that was like super hard and super strategic. But yeah, that the video of me beating the ghost ship boss is on my YouTube as well. Yeah, NYC, good point. Anything used too much loses its magic. Yeah, see, like, so with psychedelics, like, I haven't worked much with microdosing mushrooms. Like, I've done a microdose of LSD, which still turned out to be, like, a super potent experience, which was interesting. But with mushrooms or any other psychedelic, I usually only do them sometimes even just once a year, you know? Like, for me, that's what works. And yeah, so DMT is super fascinating because again, you know, DMT is like literally found in a lot of things throughout reality, even just like common grass, but you have to extract it. As if you could just like smoke grass, right? Smoke grass and you'll trip out on DMT. Awesome, Melissa, thanks for joining in. I'm glad me doing this is like inspiring other people to play Super Metroid. A reminder again for anybody here, if anybody wants to get a reading, not just for yourself, but for the team, you can sign up on Patreon. Or honestly, if anybody just wants to sign up on Patreon just to straight up support, that is super appreciated as well. And then we could always do a private reading later. We're working towards our goal of 150 Patreon supporters. You can see right now we're currently at about 119. And again, that's my job. Like, my job is to like be able to increase our Patreon supporters, because that just allows me to continue to like do more for the community and unlock more abilities, to be able to like go do more traveling and things like that. So did I already go in this one? Oh, okay, hold on, I gotta check the map. Yeah, okay, that's what I need. You go in this one. The microdoses was an 8 split into 22 caps and was a heightened awareness, internal and external, as well as memory and compassion, intuition. That's very powerful, Christine. Yeah, again, I'm fascinated with the idea of doing microdosing mushrooms. I just haven't yet. For anybody tuning in on Instagram, swipe up on my Instagram story to tune in on YouTube. That's like where the primary chat is, and then you can like see what I'm actually doing. Obviously right now you're just watching me hold a controller. But if you tune in on YouTube, you'll see what we got going on. I appreciate you guys leaving your comments in the chat. Again, I'm super fascinated. Again, for anybody tuning in on Instagram, swipe up on my story and tune in. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Thanks for joining in. You can watch me playing video games by watching me hold a controller, or you can actually watch me playing video games by watching what I'm playing. So it's totally up to you. I mean, if this is entertaining enough, just watching me just being like, then absolutely, please feel free to just stay here. You get like the special side angle. So whatever works for you. So again, if you swipe up on my Instagram story, you can tune in on YouTube, and you'll see, you can watch me embarrass myself while playing Super Metroid. All right, and we got awesome conversations talking about like psychedelics in the chat right now. So I'll try and read most of your comments on air for anybody here. And again, reminder that like by us being here as a community, this is like a space for everybody to just kind of like connect and chat and hang out. And yeah, and again, if anybody wants a tarot reading, go ahead and let me know. And if anybody wants a beautiful light guardian crystal, go ahead and let me know. All right. My partner and I finalized the plans for a DMT workshop at the end of the month. DMT is found in every living thing, it seems. More concentrated in certain plants, which is what it's extracted from. Yeah, that's really cool, Marley, that you're actually like doing a workshop, like an educational workshop about DMT. I think that's fascinating. The thing with DMT that I think is like, I mean, it happens with anything. But one thing that I've kind of noticed is that like, you know, DMT is starting to become more normal. And then at the same time, it's like almost becoming, in a sense, trendy, if that's the right word. But, you know, it's like, it's still something that's incredibly sacred. And I just know that like there's going to be some people who are probably just going to be like walking around like smoking a DMT vape pen as if it was just like a regular vape pen or something like that. Like that's happening these days. Which again, you know, like that's not to say like who's this, like there's certain ways in which we can bring more intention into what we do, but I just know that like it's interesting, and I don't think it's like a good thing or a bad thing because it's still consciousness, but it's just interesting because I know that there are going to be like, again, some people who are doing DMT but without like the full mindfulness, and they're doing it at things like parties, you know, like that's basically what was happening when I was interviewing the students about like dreams and dimensions. Like a few of them, like even though it wasn't explicitly said, they're just like, yo, I did DMT, da 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 da. And if I had to assume, it sounds like it was probably just something that they probably just like did like at a party or on a whim or something like that. But again, it's like, imagine being some college student and suddenly someone's just like, hey man, try this. It's the most psychedelic experience like ever on this planet, possibly. And then they were just suddenly just like do it, not really knowing what to expect, and then it just like blew their freaking mind, right? And that's the thing. So like even if DMT is reaching people inside of like a college party or something like that, yeah, it might not be the best intention, but it's still a way that's like opening them up into something super, super potent. And then I hope that from that they get more curious and start looking into it, and then, you know, just like start realizing how sacred it is, right? Because I definitely do think that, yeah, like DMT should not be, any psychedelic should not be something that should be done just as like super, like, I don't want to say like it's not a party drug, because I do think that psychedelics can be used in like along with celebration, right? Not to say it's like a form of escapism, but some of the best experiences I've had have been like doing psychedelics at festivals, right? So it's like you do it with intention, but then you be able to like transition into the dance floor, and that's like super, super amazing, super, super heart opening. So I mean, to say it's not a party drug, I think that more kind of relates to like how we normally think of just party drug. But can it be used with intention in a party atmosphere, in good company and community? Absolutely. Aloha, thank you everyone again for joining in. Aloha Rab, thank you so much for joining. Salvia has been used by shamans in Mexico for thousands of years and now is in every smoke shop. Yeah, that's interesting. Like salvia is literally known as like the diviner's herb. I think it's the diviner's sage or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting that like, yeah, salvia, something super, super sacred, is now just being like done by high school kids during lunch or something like that. Salvia used to be something that you could find in stores, like in Canada, but I don't think they sell it in like variety stores anymore. Very, very cool, Rab. Thank you for sharing. Rab's talking about a 60-day transformational artist residency program. San Marcos La Laguana. That's very cool. I'm not exactly sure where that is, to be honest. Rab, if you want to post a link, go ahead. You have my permission to do so. And you can, and people can check that out. But it's great to see, again, just conversations about psychedelics becoming more accepted, you know? Like, that's really cool. And I think it's very important because, again, the more we talk about it, the more we can kind of, like, figure out, like, why it's so important and how to be able to talk about it. Okay, cool, Rab. I see you tuned in from the Facebook. That's in Guatemala. Oh, okay. Cool. Sweet. Reminder, if anybody's tuned in and wants a tarot reading, or just to be able to like straight up support, and you can do a tarot reading privately, go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. But hey, even if you're just like tuned in and you appreciate the work that I do and the hours that go into like editing videos that I make, and you want to help support future videos I make, definitely consider supporting on the Patreon. And on there you can learn more about what I do as well. And if anybody's tuned in on Twitch, aloha. I don't think anybody's tuned in on Twitch right now. Sweet. So yeah, I'm not gonna be playing for super late, guys, because I want to make sure that I get to bed at a decent time. So if anybody does want a reading, let me know like sooner rather than later is basically what I would suggest. Goddess of the shear, or shepherdess. That's cool. That's a cool term. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, every broadcast is just a cool opportunity for us to be able to connect as community. See, how many people do we got tuned in right now? I think we got about like 6 or 7 people tuned in on YouTube. If you guys haven't yet, please feel free to smash that like button on YouTube. I can see there's only 1 like on YouTube, so if 5 people here want to hit that like button, go ahead. The like buttons are, the way they work is that it like automatically will suggest it to other people if it shows that like people have liked it, so. Oh no, the spikes. Oh no. Gotta get me them. I love the sounds in Super Metroid. The music is beautiful too. I don't know if I got the audio proper on here. I'm gonna turn the volume down just a bit. I don't want it to be too loud for you guys. Sweet, awesome. Thanks, Rab. Appreciate you as well. Oh my god, it's dark in here. Man, they just don't make games like Super Metroid anymore. Alright, Rab, take care. You know what? I honestly haven't really played Castlevania. Like, I know buddies that are really into it. That was just like one of the games I just never really picked up. Maybe I should pick it up sometime. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for Super Nintendo games, go ahead and let me know. Like, I'm always open to that. But again, like, with these broadcasts, it would be a mix between, like, broadcasts like this and then broadcasts that would be straight up tarot readings, helping create conditions to be able to get people to sign up on the Patreon. Because like the more support that we're getting on the Patreon, then the more I can have like the free time to just do stuff where it's not always worrying about the Patreon. But yeah, like I wanted to play tonight because yeah, it's just like a Sunday night, and again, it's just like just cool chance to get super casual. And yeah, if anybody does want a reading, absolutely. SOTN is regarded as a crowning achievement of Metroidvania games. Yeah, I definitely should check it out. What's SOTN stand for? Like that's the title, I assume. Sons of the Night? Is that it? Maybe? I'm just guessing. Man, I like, there's some stuff in Metroid where you can actually, like, get things way sooner than you're supposed to. If you master the wall jump. I'm not sure if anybody here knows how to do that, but it's definitely possible. Oh yeah, like even right here, like watch. Okay, let's see. See if I can get up over here. I forget what's even on the other side. I think it's just a missile. What? What? Oh yeah, see that? That's the skills right now. Symphony of the Night. Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm not really trying to do a speed run of this game, but it'll just take me however long it takes me. Man, like, yeah, mastering the wall jump was definitely, that's just, like, ingrained into my DNA now. I'm just spending years probably doing it. I don't even know how many times I've beat this game, to be honest. Like, geez, I don't know, over a dozen, but less than 50? Cool, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know a lot of people really love the Castlevania games. Oh yeah. Don't you just love like Metroid, just like this whole part right here when there's just like that sphere and you're just like, oh my god, what is it? Do you remember the first time you played this game and you're just like, oh my god, like what is that? What is that? Like I want to take like a screenshot of this. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just like this like sphere, and oh, I like don't even want to open it. I just want to look at it. Like, and just like feel the dopamine release every time I open it. Okay, here I go. Whoa, charge me. There's also like a special technique where you can use the charge beam to like do like special attacks. You can do that where it like drops the bombs. That's kind of cool. But there's another thing where like it like deploys like special shields and stuff like that. Some people don't even know about that, so. Alright, I gotta go fight the boss fight here, or like the mini boss fight. The Brinstar boss. I'm sure you can probably hear the music right now. Pew, pew, pew. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. Reminder, if you're here, be sure to check out more on my channel. Follow me on Instagram, and if you would like to be able to support the ongoing work that I do with a donation, you can also sign up on Patreon, and your support helps us continue to create more awesome content. This week, I'm finishing up the Climate Strike Rally video, so that's like one of the videos that I'm working on. And again, that's like super professional produced video content, Neo Gonzo journalism style. The save point real quick before I go fight that boss battle. Remember kids, hit up the save points before you fight boss battles. Cool. If you guys have any other metaphysical discussion topics you want to talk about, let me know. Again, it can either be like questions for me to answer, it can be like, again, topics for you to help initiate in the chat, whatever's cool. I'm probably just going to play this game. Yeah, I'm probably going to be done probably in about a half hour. Yeah, I'm just going to beat the entire game in a half hour. I'm going to be done the broadcast in about a half hour. So again, if anybody wants a tarot reading, let me know as soon as you can. Oh god, these things. Pusha. Aloha. Thanks, Alicia, Ra. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you tuning in on Facebook, if you'd like to join in on YouTube, go ahead and click the link at youtube.com/SkullBabylon. And yeah, if anybody wants a reading, you can sign up on the Patreon. And again, I can do private readings as well. And for those of you tuning on Instagram, oh Jesus, oh God, that's not fair. Oh God, I was in the wrong corner. I think I'm supposed to hide in this corner. Is this a safe corner? Man, I haven't played this game in a while, but I just know, like, yeah, one of these corners, it just, like, keeps you safe. Okay, then we just gotta wait. You just gotta be patient with this boss. Okay. Whoops. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm excited to go to sleep tonight. So who here, how's everyone's dream practices going? Let me know if you have any like dream tactics, dream tips and tactics. Hey Alicia, thanks for joining in. Just doing some casual metaphysical gaming and any tarot readings if anybody wants any. Pew pew pew. It was pretty fun on the weekend at the party I was at. There was like, man, like some people got like super like excited about the Light Guardian crystals and stuff. They were like, dude, like I've never seen anything like this before. Like, what is this alien technology? This music is butt clenching. Yes, it's a good way of putting it. Oh man, he's almost dead. Okay, here we go. Wait for it. There it is. Oh no, I have to get more missiles. Do I get missiles by shooting the things? I think I do. Whoa. Oh no. Oh geez. Okay. Okay, there we go. I can do this. This is it! Yes! That was close, I almost didn't get it. Wow, that's really cool. Marley saying, I don't have tactics in particular, but have vivid, completely memorable dreams every night. That's amazing, Marley. That is very, very blessed. I love the idea that, again, like, everybody's dream, like, everybody's relationship with their dreams is different. Some people, they like, oh, I lucid dream by default. And then other people are just like, yeah, like, I have to, like, work really hard in order to be able to lucid dream. Yeah, one of the techniques for in the lecture, which I recommend you guys check out, maybe even if you are familiar with a lot of dream stuff, there's definitely a lot of value to it. One of the other mantras is the mantra Raum Gaum, which helps you remember your dreams. So that's pretty cool. I'm getting tired. Big week this week. Another big week. When's the next full moon? I feel like it's coming up. I feel like it's got to be like within this next week and a half, isn't it? Awesome. Thanks, Alicia. Pew, 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 pew. If anybody here has had a tarot reading by me and wants to like send me a testimonial, please feel free to do that. It's always appreciated. Pew, 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 pew. Ooh, Marley, I've done DMT in dreams before. We've talked about that on the broadcast. We have a dream class broadcast that we do, which I don't know if we may be doing it this week. We may be doing the dream class broadcast this week. We do it once a month. I just gotta check my schedule. It's either this week or next week. But yeah, we like talk all about dreams and like dream experiences and practice documenting things just by sharing stories and talk about tips and tricks and tactics. Help like create space and encourage people to be able to practice more about their dreaming and talk about like the dimensions of dreams and lots of cool metaphysical stuff. So stay tuned for that, because that broadcast will either be this week or next week. I have to see. Aloha, hey, Mirix Maid, thanks for joining in. If you're tuning in, you can swipe up on my Instagram story to tune in on the YouTube. Yo, Super Dave, thanks for joining in on Twitch. We're just talking like metaphysics while playing some Metroid, and we're also broadcasting on YouTube at the same time, so if you want to join the chat there, you're more than welcome to. Pew, 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 pew. And yeah, we'll be doing any tarot readings for anybody who wants them. Oh, sweet, here's another point where I can like get some extra stuff before I'm supposed to be able to get it. So like, see there's like a pipe up there, like normally you're not supposed to be able to get that, but if you got like mad skills, then you can wall jump and get it, so. Yeah, Marley, tell us a little bit more about what was it like doing DMT in your dreams. Yeah, awesome, Marley, thanks so much. Marley says, sounds valuable, appreciate all you do, and I'm just getting familiar with your community. Yeah, Marley, absolutely. And like, Marley, just so you know, so like, the weekly broadcasts that we do, those are available for leading members, and leading members are people who are supporting on the Patreon at the $11 a month or higher, and that gives you the option to like be on the broadcast. But during the broadcast, like, it's also a chance for like people to like learn more about you and like connect to your stuff. So it's basically like promotion for anybody on the air, and it just like helps create practice to be able to talk about the things that are important to us. But yeah, Marley, if you're interested in like coming on air for one of the dream class, let me know. And again, take a look at the $11 level on the Patreon if that's something you're interested in. And you can check out the past broadcasts too. So even if you want to like check it out first. Run! Oh yeah, I can't run that way yet. Okay, is there anything over here? I don't think there's anything over here. Man, I gotta be careful. I gotta watch my energy tanks. Whoops. Okay. Am I slightly lost? No, I'm not lost. Oh, that's right. Wow. Man, I love this. I love the fact that it's like been so long that I like forgot about the wait, how do I get past this part again? No, like there's gotta be like some sort of like secret. There's something, right? Like I need the speed run there. Wait a second. Wow, I legit forget how to get past this part. I thought there was like a little tunnel thing that I... Huh. Cool. Awesome, Marley. Thanks so much. Super appreciated. Marley just said that they're gonna increase their Patreon donation. Awesome. DMT in dreams gives me the most palpable and all-encompassing sense of apocalypse completion. Dude, that is amazing. Like, again, and also as a leading member, it also gives you the ability to publish content to our website, which then gets featured to the community. So if you have any like stories, like dream documentation, like dream logs or anything like that, any other stuff that you feel would make like good content to be able to help like share your experiences and document the shift, again, that's one of the perks of being a leading member as well. And that's like, again, also working alongside as like a content creator. Between myself and other creators as well. Wormholes open, objects float in the air, and space is filled with crazy resonance. Dude, man, yeah, see, like when I did DMT, like it was amazing because it was literally like the best way I describe it. I'm like, it's like you see the code of the Matrix, you know? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's just a... Wow, I totally forgot about just like the regular sprint feature. How have I not been using that for the last like X number of... What? How was I not using the sprint? That is so... Wow, clearly... I don't know, for some reason I was just like waiting till I got the speed boost. The like actual like higher level sprint. Huh. Okay, anyways. For those of you, if there's anybody on Twitch, please feel free to let us know. Okay. Oh, sweet. I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna get the phaser, but I'm gonna get it early because I know how to do like the wall jump. Oh, I love this music. The what part of the map am I in technically? Still in Brinstar, but yeah, just this music from the Brinstar level is so cool. Just checking the audio levels on this. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it was still good enough. Alright, again, if anybody wants to sign up for a tarot reading, there's still time to do some. I'm not exactly sure how many people are tuned in right now. If you're tuned in on YouTube, just go ahead, just drop a comment, let us know. We got 4 people tuned in on YouTube right now. Oh, will I? Oh, okay. The wormhole, sorry, the Castlevania game you're talking about is a PlayStation game, to confirm. Like, it's not a Super Nintendo game, eh? If so, I might have to look into that. Oh man, not this part. Those things are gonna eat me. Ugh. Cool. Okay, I think I need to change my controls here. Love the music on this part. Oh man, I don't want to mess up my controls. How do I... Oh, which one's which? I'm just trying to change my controls here. There we go. That should fix it. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, Marley, thanks for suggesting that. I would like to be able to check that out. Oh no. Alright, okay, I'm just gonna play for probably not too much longer. Okay, time to get that phaser. Can I get over that? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sweet. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in. Wishing everyone an awesome week, whatever you guys got planned. I know it's always a busy week for all of us. I'm in Ontario, so it's 3 hours earlier. Hey, Lux.mp4, thanks for joining in. Wow, Shaggy, you changed a lot, is what Lux.dot says. I think, like, you're referring to Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, I assume, right? Cool, I'll take that as a compliment. That guy was lit. Stay lit, fam. I wonder if Shaggy ever smoked DMT. Oh no! Cool. For those of you who may be joining in on Instagram, go ahead, you can swipe up and join on YouTube. I'll just be playing for a little bit more. If anybody wants to sign up on Patreon, we can do a tarot reading before I sign off. And, ooh, it's 11:11 right now. And even if you just want to sign up on Patreon, we can always do a reading privately as well. Ooh. I'm almost at the, wow, okay, I'm almost at the Brinstar boss fight. Alright, I guess I might as well just go to that. Oh, wait, no, I can't go to that. Ooh, damn it. Shaggy is DMT. Ha! Marley, well said. That guy didn't smoke DMT, he was DMT. Okay. Thanks again, everybody, tuning in. If you're on Facebook, please feel free to leave a comment. Again, I'll just be broadcasting for a little bit more. I might go finish the boss fight for Brinstar. We'll see. Ooh, what's in here? Is this the... It is. It's a speed boost. Wait, no. It is not the speed boost. It's the ice beam, which I can't get yet. Oh no, how do I get out of here? There we go. You can tell it's been a while. Sweet. For those of you tuning in on Instagram, go ahead and swipe up on my Instagram story if you want to tune in on Facebook. That way so you can actually see what we're doing. If you're just tuning in on Instagram, then you don't actually see the full broadcast. But thank you for joining in, W Brown and Alicia. Oh man, about to get them space jump boots. Oh yeah. Yeah, Marley, you know, eh? Yeah, I love those troll rooms. I remember when I was younger with my buddy, we like did the speed run where if you beat it at a certain time, then at the end of it, it like shows like Samus without her suit, like she's like in like her like Under Armour. Like that was like, and we did it. We accomplished that. Like that was such a huge accomplishment. Like straight up, dudes. Yes, space jump. Man, even playing as Samus in Super Smash Brothers was always something I enjoyed. Alright. I am going to yeah, I'll go fight the Brinstar boss, and then I'm wrapping it up for the night. Oh jeez, gotta kill this guy. There we go. Man, sometimes I'll just like listen to the Super Metroid music while working. It's very good ambient music. Awesome. Yeah, Marley, yeah, I hear you, man. Marley's talking about using Metroid too. Yeah, mystical gamer, very much so, right? Like, I mean, I feel really fortunate that I kind of like grew up in that age where like Super Nintendo was my jam, and now I've like kind of like for anybody who was born between like 1984 and like 1991, like that's like I think that's like a very special time. Not to say that there's anything less special from people born outside of that, but I think that that was just like a very kind of like unique time for growing up with video games and stuff like that. At least I feel so. Marley, just out of curiosity, if you want to share what birth year you were born in, please feel free. Cause because I feel like we probably like have like grown up on similar things. My birth year is 87. What up, 87s? Oh man, coming up to that boss fight, you know it's gonna be good. Oh man. Oh man. 8491 is a liminal space, really special. Yeah, Marley, why do you like when you say liminal space? Can you explain that a little bit more? Aries born in 1988. Well, there we go. Yeah, see, represent. Yeah, see, because I think like we kind of have this period where like we grew up with technology, but we didn't become like addicted to it quite in the same way that like people born in like, yeah, I feel sorry for the people who are born like after the 2000s right now. I mean, again, that's why they need our leadership, because like I feel like we have like we just have like a broader perception on things or something. Like we're just kind of like, yeah, we've seen like a very important evolution. We've seen like the way media has evolved before us has been like very exciting. Like I feel like we've seen more change in our time period than like, you know, if someone born in like 2000s or whatever, like to them it's like, you know, like smartphones have just been smartphones. To us, we remember the days of dial-up. All right, boss fight, let's do this. Guy entirely with the charge. I bet honestly I feel like I could. I don't want to do it anyways, just to challenge myself. Oh god, flying fingernails. Frig. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna bust out some super missiles. Alright, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I forget this guy's name. This guy has a name. Why does he shoot like... It's weird. He shoots like hands out of his stomach. That's what it looks like. Why does he shoot fingernails? This doesn't make sense. Oh, do I have to... Oh, I think... Oh, that's why. I have to like shoot him a couple times. Whoa! There we go. Okay, there. Wow, he's like almost dead after like one super missile. Whoa. Yeah, okay, wow. This is pretty easy. Liminality in the quality of being in between. In this case, we grew up alongside microprocessor revolution and subsequent tech and social media revolution. So we are walking between worlds. Yes, yeah. Vietnamese manicurist could have a field day with this. Jeez. Good points for that comment. Yeah, no, I agree. Oh wow, I got the Varia suit already. Sweet. Alright, okay. Ooh, I love that part. Like that noise. Seriously, like I remember playing this game like for the first time when I was younger. And I just remember like me and my buddy just got like so freaking excited. Especially like, you know, getting the new suits and stuff like that. Like, oh man. And the noises and everything. Okay. Barley, that's fair enough. It was cool because like when I played this game for the first time, like my friend's like mom just like bought it from the store and she was just like, oh yeah, the guy at the store like said this is a new game and he says it's really good. And so me and my friend just had like no idea what we were getting into, right? Like, do you remember that? Do you remember back in the day when you would play a video game and like there was nothing like on the internet for you to look up? There were no trailers for you to watch, you know? Like, wow, different times. And it was so much more like mysterious and exciting and everything. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see what the revolution will be in the next like 10 years with like AR, VR stuff. Give me that energy tank. Where's that energy tank? There it is. Alright, once I find my next save point, then it's done for tonight. So thanks everyone again for joining in. I don't think there's too many people tuned in right now, but yes, support on Patreon to support the ongoing evolution of conscious media. Choo 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 choo. Alright, where's the nearest safe point from here? I think is it down there? Oh, yeah. What? miss that save point. Huh, weird. Oh well. I'll go find one down here. Ha! The only difference between a computer and a drug is that one is slightly too large to swallow. I've heard that. Remind me, who said that? Alright, let's go find that save point. Jeez. Wow, I'm like legit trying to remember where the nearest save point is. It's not that way. It looks like I might have to go. Oh, that was McKenna. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That's definitely McKenna. Yeah, McKenna was a big influence for me growing up. He was one of the first people who I just like spent hours listening to. I'm like, oh my god, like I wish I had known about him when he was alive. Like, I think I found out about him only slightly after he passed away. Yeah, I know there's a missile down there, but I'm just skipping it. Alright, I gotta go find that save point so I can get to bed. Whoop. Oops. Oh, man. Yeah, this game doesn't take that long to get through. Okay, here's the save point. Perfect. Actually, if I want to, there's a thing up there that I could get to. Oh, whoops, didn't save. I gotta go back. Let's see if I can get up there. I forget what's even up there. I think it's just an energy tank. But I know 100% I can get up there. I know I can do it with the freeze beam, but I know I can also do it without the freeze beam. I think I can. Okay. It's gonna take a while. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Oh, okay, that's how I do it. Ah, so close. Oh, maybe I can't do it. Oof. Alright, 2 more tries. Oh wow, that was so close. Oh. Alright, 5 hours of me just trying to do this apparently. Yeah, I know I can do it with the freeze beam, but I'm quite sure I can do it without the freeze beam too. Like, I'm trying to remember if I've actually done it without the freeze beam, but I'm just... You have to wall jump just right off the edge. There's like 2 pixels. Oh, see, look, like, okay. Yeah, okay, no, I can definitely do that. Oh my goodness. I'm just like hitting the buttons just slightly wrong. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. Maybe it's impossible. Maybe it's impossible. Okay, one more try. Alright, that's all for now. Cool, okay, I'm gonna wrap up. And thank you again, everyone, so much for tuning in. Oh, cool. Someone just sent me a message saying they got their shifter booster kit. Awesome. And Marley, send me a message if you also wanted to like order a Light Guardian crystal. I have to send out the promo codes, the discount codes for the recent Patreon signups. Yours will be included for your 25% discount code for the quest item shop. But yeah, if you want to get and again, when you sign up at the $11 level, you can also get the Lumerian Light Guardian crystal as well for the additional pay what you wish. But yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll send out some Patreon stuff tomorrow. Again, I'll be editing during most of the day tomorrow, but stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. And yeah, thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in and for joining us on another metaphysical Metroid adventure. So, hi, Marley. Thanks for joining in. For everybody else here, as always, keep it shifty. Much love. Sweet dreams if you're going to sleep. And and we'll see you in the future. You can check out the quest item shop, Marley, if you're looking at just like the Light Guardian crystals. I'll just post a link for that. Go ahead and check out the quest item shop there. But if you send me a direct message on Instagram's fine. I can always send you like individual messages, individual images of like the ones that I currently have made as well. And and honestly, like for anybody, like it's like even if you want more Light Guardian crystals, like I'm totally flexible where it's like if you want to increase your Patreon by like even a few more dollars, then you can get like more Light Guardian crystals. So it's pretty flexible because again, like single donations, single contributions are always appreciated, but the Patreon contributions are more valuable because that helps create the regenerative revenue, which just allows it to continue to build and build and build over time. So cool, but thanks again, everyone. And yeah, if you have any other questions, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Check the links down below. And as always, like I said, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Sweet dreams, dream lucid, everyone. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Thanks again, everyone. And yo, Ryan, thanks for joining in. We're just shutting down the chat. But yeah, we'll keep in touch, everyone. And as always, thank you for joining in. All right, see you guys soon. Much love.